Good evening, and welcome to the West Report. This is Scott Cohen.
And this is Gail Jackson. The first item in the news tonight, the first National Honor Society lecture was held Monday night in the Cherry Hill West Library. 110 people heard Representative Florio talk about education and personal growth and the challenges of decision-making. After the lecture, Scott had an opportunity to talk with Representative Florio.
Good evening, this is Scott Cohen from B15 here at Cherry Hill West High School, interviewing Congressman James Florio on the first National Honor Society lecture. You started out in your lecture with mentioning about the two-party system. Why is it important?
Well, Scott, in a democracy, there always should be an alternative. That the essence of elections is to have choice. The key feature of a democracy is that choice, and I just happen to believe in the two-party system, so as to always have an alternative for people to cast their vote for. When they are unhappy with a particular set of policies, they should change the people who make those policies, so they have to have the option.
Many people are always curious, will you run for governor of New Jersey again or any other higher governmental positions in the future?
Well, I'm running for Congress this year, and I really haven't made up my mind about what I'll do in subsequent years. I believe in taking 1984 before I take 85 or 86. So I'm happy to be in the Congress. I have great responsibilities in Washington, and for the time being, I'll be pleased to be the congressman from this area.
All right, thank you very much for your comments tonight. This is Scott Cowan from Cherry Hill West, channel B15.
Tonight at 7:30, there will be a meeting of students against drunk driving in the school library.
Well, Gil, first up this weekend, the Cherry Hill West Lions battled a tough game with Pennsauken, losing 36-0. It was a tough game for our Lions. If anyone is interested in signing up for the Highland football game fan bus on October 27th, sign up in Mr. Jordan's office. It should be an action-packed game for the West Lions. Monday, the Cherry Hill West soccer team defeated top contender second-ranked Paul VI in an action-full game. The Lions won in overtime with a goal by senior co-captain Tom Gosling. The Cherry Hill West Marching Lions had a competition last weekend at Abscami High School. They placed second with 64.7 points. Today, Cherry Hill West has third college mini-fair with such colleges as Albright and LaSalle. Right now, Gail has an interview with Kevin DeNovis from the children's play.
Kevin, what is this year's show?
The show is entitled Raggedy Ann and Raggedy Andy Meet the Terrible Gingerbread Witch, and in it I play a character of Raggedy Andy.
Okay, when is the show?
Well, the date of the show is Sunday, October 28th, and the prices are, I think it's $1.50 per ticket.
Okay, how many years have you been involved?
In West Theater?
Yes.
I've been involved for the past 2 years. I'm a junior, and I've been in shows such as You Can't Take It With You, last year's 3-act, and West Side Story, last year's musical. I'm also currently involved in this year's 3-act, Don't Drink the Water by Woody Allen.
Okay. Can you give us a brief summary of the children's show?
Sure. Okay. It's about Raggedy Ann and Raggedy Andy. They meet in a little girl's nursery. Then it's about their escapades battling this witch who is after Raggedy Ann's sweet candy heart. And eventually they turn the witch into somebody good, and they all become friends at the end. So.
Okay, so that's Sunday?
That's Sunday, October 28th.
At 11 a.m. and 2 p.m.?
Yes.
Okay, and cost is again?
$1.50 per ticket.
Okay.
You can get your very own monogrammed Cherry Hill West V-neck sweater. They're being sold by Decca and A8. Also, SAO is planning to hold their inaugural dinner dance at the Rickshaw on November 4th. Everyone is welcome to attend. Contact Mr. Schmidt in the SAO homeroom if you're interested. Also, remember, report cards on November 14th.
Let's take a look at some upcoming events in the West calendar. On Saturday night, October 27th, the West Wrestling Boosters will hold a Halloween dance. On Friday night, November 2nd, the second annual Mr. Cherry Hill West pageant will be held in the auditorium. On November 3rd, don't forget SATs at 8 a.m. Also on that same day, 27 students from both high schools, East and West, will embark on a French exchange program for 8 days. On Wednesday, November 7th, SAO will hold a pajama party in the cafeteria. On Friday night, November 16th, the yearbook staff will hold a video dance. On Wednesday night, November 21st, the annual alumni dance will be held in the cafeteria. Our final item in the news tonight, on November 29th, 30th, and December 1st, the annual 3-act comedy entitled Don't Drink the Water by Woody Allen will be held in the auditorium. Thank you for watching the West Report. Good night.
Good night.
Good evening and welcome to the October 24th edition of EastCast. I'm Beth Krieger along with Michael D. Prospero, presenting you with this evening's news. The big story of the evening is last week's election of freshman officers. Congratulations and good luck to President Jamie Appleton, Vice President Fabian Bartolozzi, Treasurer Sue Compton, and Secretary Randy Green. Class Advisor Anthony Malatesta feels that the Showing Its Spirit Week of the freshmen got the freshmen off to a good start. The new officers will now be planning the school calendar. We will bring you news of their activities. The yearbook editors are planning a special section of baby pictures. Any senior interested may submit a baby picture to be printed in this year's Eidolon. All seniors must turn in their name and activity forms by Friday, October 26th. Failure to do so will result in only your name appearing in the book. Also from the yearbook office, eighth, quarter, half, and full-page ads are now on sale. These ads range in price from $25 to $100. For more information, stop by the yearbook office in Cafeteria 1.
The first of a series of math contests will be held on October 30th. Last year, East came in third out of 200 schools in the contest. We hope that this year's participants will be just as successful. Tomorrow there will be a meeting of all members of the Cum Laude Society. Elections for president, vice president, secretary, and treasurer will be held. Any member can run for office. Advisor Mr. Mark Pinzer will welcome the top 10% of the senior class and the top 5% of the junior class. Induction will be held in the early spring and will include an additional 5% of the senior class. On behalf of the faculty and administration, we congratulate the scholars who have been honored for their academic achievements. Now that students have recuperated from last week's interims, it is time to reevaluate the course levels. All students should be informed that any request for a course level change must be made within 1 week of the date of the interim for the second marking period. The interim report for the second marking period will be issued on December 19th. All level changes must be made by January 4th. No changes will be made after that time. If you're considering a level change, please confer with your classroom teacher, your counselor, and your parents prior to the cutoff date. Your performance throughout the middle of the second marking period should clearly indicate whether or not a change should be made. A reminder to students that class rank is cumulative and begins with the grades earned in grade 9. Class rank is updated at the end of each school year.
Last week, the Bells of East performed at Bally's Park Place Casino Hotel for the past presidents of the New Jersey Education Association Convention and at West Jersey Hospital for a candy striper breakfast. The Bells are also planning another performance at West Jersey in December, as well as the East Holiday Concert, the Echelon Mall, and at the Burlington School for the Handicapped. December is the Bells' busiest month. The Bells are directed by Mrs. Martha Fletcher. This Friday, the marching band will perform at the opening game of the Philadelphia 76ers. The game will be televised on Prism. This is the first of many performances the marching band is planning, including the Collingswood and Millville parades in November, and a trip to King's Dominion and Busch Gardens in April. Mr. Robert Goldman is the director of the marching band. Recently, Mrs. Annie Sokoloff performed a cooking demonstration for the French Club. The club is planning many interesting activities in November, including seeing a movie in Philadelphia, having lunch at an exclusive French restaurant, and playing soccer against the Spanish and German clubs. They will also have a folk singer perform in the near future. The Spanish Club will play the German Club in softball on Tuesday, October 30th in the afternoon. The Spanish Club is also planning a piñata party in November with the students from Beck Junior High School, where the students will learn how to make actual piñatas. This is guaranteed to be an enjoyable learning experience for all. New members are welcome.
The Student Council is sponsoring a Monster Mash Halloween dance on Friday, October 26th. That's this Friday from 7:30 to 11 o'clock in Cafeteria 1. The price of admission is $3, and be sure to wear a costume to this thriller of an evening. You must bring your East ID card in order to be admitted to the dance. So all of you goblins, ghosts, and vampires, join the Monster Mash Bash Friday at 7:30 in the cafeteria. Be sure and tune in tomorrow night to the 10th edition of College Bound at 7 o'clock, followed by Verbal SAT at 7:30 and Math SAT at 8:30. This week is Lesson 5. Books for SAT courses are on sale in the school store. The SAT courses are shown every Tuesday and Thursday on B15 beginning at 7:30 p.m. The adult school office will offer a new SAT prep course to begin on November 5th. Information and registration material are available in the adult school office. For all of you Hooters fans out there, the Hooters and WMMR are having a free concert for the school who shows the most spirit. In order to win, you need only to fill out a slip of paper saying Cherry Hill East and with WMMR and the Hooters, and drop it in the box in front of communications. Fill out as many as you like because the school with the most slips will win the free concert.
On the sports scene, East's football team was up to a slow start this year, but they are gaining ground rapidly. East may have lost their first 2 games, but they are now on a roll with 3 victories in a row, with the win this Saturday over Washington Township being the 3rd. East defeated Washington Township narrowly with a score of 7-6. Washington Township had control of the ball on the 1-yard line, but ran out of time, thereby giving East the game in a hair-raising finish. Good luck to the football team on Friday in their game against Paul VI away at 3:30. On Friday, the girls' varsity field hockey team qualified for the state tournament with a 1-1 tie against Edgewood. Sheila Martis scored the solitary goal against Edgewood. While the varsity team was not able to win, the girls' JV field hockey team defeated Edgewood's JV team by a score of 4-0. Debbie Burke's excellent save in the second half preserved the shutout for East. Friday, the girls will face their sister school rivals, Cherry Hill West, home at 3:30. The East men's gymnastic team is highly ranked in the state. Lori Fine and David Katz talked with some team members and Coach Lou Frank about the season.
Hi, I'm here with Mike Genzelman and Jack Kobylinski from the boys' gymnastics team. Mike, gymnastics is a very demanding sport. Could you tell us what type of training is involved?
We work about 3 hours a day on routines and stretching, and we try to refine the routines each day. And then during the off-season, we work in a private club, working separate moves and strength.
Jack, there are so many different events in gymnastics. At what events do you think East excels?
Well, I think we excel at floor and pommel horse, but the coaches coach us all around on all the events, and we have many good people, and we have depth on all the events, so you can't really differentiate any best events, but out of all of them, floor and pommel should be the best.
Thank you. This is Lori Fine for EastCast, and now over to Dave with Coach Frank.
Hello, I'm here with Mr. Lou Frank, one of the boys' gymnastics coaches here at East. Mr. Frank, the meet this Friday against West, what will it be?
Well, it'll be an important meet because West is a formidable opponent, and when you go against West, they're unpredictable. We have beaten them during the season, but they're the team that we face with the most prestige. Last year we split with them, but we beat them in the state title. They beat us for the league title. This year we look like we have the league title, but you can't tell. You can't count your chickens until they're hatched.
Mr. Frank, how do you think the season's been going so far this year?
Well, it's been an excellent season. Not because we're winning. Of course, winning does help. But what really is great for us is the amount of participation that we have. We have over 67 boys involved in a gymnastic program that encompasses not only an afternoon workout, but a night workout. And the boys are enthusiastic. They're getting better. And it's just a great feeling to be part of a program like this. And a lot of the credit, I really believe, goes to everyone involved. The video department here, the principals, the administrators, our department head, for allowing us to conduct this kind of a program with the equipment set up in the gym in the month of September and November permanently. It gives us a lot more time to practice.
And Mr. Frank, what do you think about the gymnastics coverage by the media in South Jersey?
I think it's terrible. It's really deplorable that we don't get enough coverage. It's a very difficult sport. It's a great sport, and they just don't cover us the way they should. Very disappointed.
Thank you, Mr. Frank. And don't forget that this Friday's meet will be broadcast next Wednesday on B15. This is David Katz for EastCast.
The Cherry Hill East ice hockey team coasted to its second win of the season on Monday as it beat North Penn 17-0. Mike Black and Todd Lair had 4 goals apiece. Mark Chase, Jamie Leach, and Scott Hussey had 2 goals apiece. Other goals were scored by Jeff Chase, Steve Hollander, and Chris Angelini. The shutout was recorded by goaltenders David Katz and Adam Steinberg. Also, excellent playing by forwards Steve Kelly and Craig Derringer, and defensemen Ken Hoffman and Mark DeGrosseliers. Spiritual guidance by Jeff Cook and Mike Hurley inspired the team. Although basketball season has not yet started, preparations are being made for those who wish to try out for this year's team. All freshmen are reminded they must attend a meeting tomorrow night at 7 o'clock in G33 next to the boys' gym with their parents. If you cannot attend this meeting, you must contact Mr. Mancini beforehand. All prospective players will need a completed parental permission form. If you do not have one already, they can be obtained from Coach Valori. Physicals for the basketball team will be given next Tuesday, October 30th at 2:30 in the nurse's office. Everyone must have their physicals taken at this time. Any sophomore, junior, or senior girl interested in trying out for the girls' basketball team should pick up a permission form either from Coach Fleming or at Communications. All forms must be completed and returned by Friday. On November 13th, girls' physicals will be given in the nurse's office. Anyone interested in becoming a manager for either the JV or varsity girls' basketball team must contact either Mr. Belchikoff, Mr. Fleming, or Liz Ann Hillman in homeroom C215.
On Tuesday, the girls' varsity soccer team slaughtered Triton 14-1. This raised the girls' record to an impressive 11 wins and 3 losses, with the last 5 games being straight wins. The attack against Triton was led by senior co-captain Jackie Stafford, who scored her first varsity goal on a rocket shot. Marge Krzyzemski, Heidi Appleson, Wendy Young, and Liz Meyer scored 2 goals each. Cheryl Hordysky scored 3, and Christy Tyndall and Erin Halpin had 1 goal each. Michelle Kovenko scored the 1-save win. The girls' team had qualified for the state tournament and is eligible to be invited to South Jersey Coaches Tournament. Good luck to the team against Morristown home on Friday. Come to the match at 3:30. Last week, in a fierce competition between the junior girls and senior girls in powder puff football, the senior girls claimed an overwhelming victory. The junior girls had determination but just couldn't match the mighty seniors who defeated them with a score of 21-0. One of the highlights of the game was seeing the males of East dressed as cheerleaders. Our roving camera got these comments from humble coach Ed Foley.
We should have won 28-0. Tricia Enright blew it. She had it right on her fingertips. Oh, my God, I don't believe it. We had scored 28-0, the biggest score in the history of powder puff football.
Congratulations to the girls' tennis team for a strong win over Shawnee in order to capture the South Jersey Invitational in girls' tennis. East defeated Shawnee 5-0 in order to win the 4th annual competition. Special recognition to Tricia Eudicious, Marlene and Eileen Albell, Lauren Shipley, Debbie Spivak, and to doubles Lisa Barbarito and Jill Goldhand, who all demonstrated outstanding skill on the court. Tomorrow, the girls' tennis team competes in the Olympic Conference meet to be continued on Friday. Good luck. Well, that's all for this edition of EastCast. Following the East-West report will be the juniors school news at 7:15 and the Beck Heritage soccer game at 7:30. From Beth Krieger and Michael DeProspero, have a good week.
Good evening. This is Melissa Bernstein, and welcome to the second edition of Brainerd News. For those of you who joined us 2 weeks ago, we hope you enjoyed our show. And now here's Adam Arrington to give you a complete rundown on the sports from the last 2 weeks. Adam?
The 7th grade soccer team has played 2 games since we last talked, beating Hatton Township 2-1 and tying the Beck 3-3. After being undefeated, the varsity field hockey team suffered 2 losses and 1 tie. The record now does not look as good. The 7th grade field hockey team was defeated by Haddonfield, but they compensated for this loss by beating Heritage 2-0. For the first time, a junior school soccer and hockey game was televised. Brainerd showed that it was not camera shy by winning both these games easily. Thanks to Joe Malash and Tony Massantonio for commentating these games. Former Brainerd anchorman Mike Arrington spoke to field hockey coach Mr. McDonald. Here's that interview.
Good evening. I'm here with Coach McDonald, head coach of the varsity girls field hockey team at Brainerd. Coach McDonald, how do you feel about the victory today?
Well, good. I thought we could get a few more goals because the girls really hustled today. We played a game yesterday, and they didn't hustle as much, but I was pleased with the outcome.
You used a lot of substitutions in the game. Was there any strategy to that?
Yeah, I wanted to keep running. I used 2 front lines and 2 halfback lines, and it sort of worked out for us.
Well, how successful have you been with this over the year so far?
I just put this in today, but I've been trying different systems. I think I want to stay with this one. They seem to run a little better.
Could you please describe the goal? Was that a set play, or how did that come about?
Yeah, that was a set play. I picked that up when I watched Old Dominion in the Division I finals on television last year. The one girl hits it out, the other girl blocks it, and then my best scorer, the hardest hitter, will take a shot, and it worked out picture perfect. That was our blue play.
Do you have any stars you think you'll see on the team this season?
Well, I think a lot of these girls will be playing high school next year. A lot of them are aggressive, and I did have that. My second front line was a 7th grade line, and I see them as being very good next year.
Well, Mr. Coach McDonald, thank you for joining us today. You have a long season ahead of you.
Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you. My pleasure.
This has been Michael Arrington for Brainerd News.
It's especially enjoyable watching your team win on TV. Last night, October 23rd, we had a successful turnout for this year's back-to-school night. It gave our parents and teachers an opportunity to discuss the curriculum for this year. And now here's Joanne Harris conducting an interview with another faculty member new to the staff of Brainerd. Joanne?
Today I have the pleasure of interviewing Ms. Galletti of our 8th grade language department. Hello, Ms. Galletti.
Hello, Joanne.
How long have you been in the teaching profession?
I've been in the teaching profession for 14 years now.
Where did you get your training to become a teacher?
I received my training at Glassboro State College.
How did you arrive here at Brainerd?
Well, with the closing of schools within the district, some students and teachers have to move around. Therefore, this year I'm at Brainerd School.
You've been here for about 2 months. Could you please give us your impression of Brainerd?
Brainerd seems to be a highly structured school, of which the best part is the students. The students seem to be eager to learn, they are quite polite, and they're just a pleasure to teach.
Ms. Galletti, I would like to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us here in Brainerd News.
You're welcome. Thank you very much for asking me.
And now back to you, Melissa.
Thank you, Joanne. This Friday night, October 26th, is Brainerd's first dance. It will be held in the gym from 7:30 to 10 and costs $2 to get in. Don't forget, students are required to have their ID. We would like to take this opportunity here at Brainerd to thank the local 7-Elevens and the Southland Corporation who contributed all the terrific posters displayed throughout our school. We appreciate their efforts in keeping the memory of the 1984 Olympic Games alive here at Brainerd. Well, that's it for Brainerd News. Thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you next week. Don't miss it. Good night.